Hello, hello, hello. How's everyone doing today? It would help if I had my camera on. 1 second. Let me just turn on the camera. There we go. Hello. There we go. How's everyone doing today? Sorry, middle of doing everything. Music. 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 There we go. It wasn't duct tape, it was blue tape. I'm actually all out of duct tape. It's a travesty. How's everyone doing tonight? How is everyone doing tonight? Trying to make sure that everything fits because I just pulled this off the machine. How's that look? That look good? That looks. Let's rock! There we go. So, there's the chest armor. I don't know why. The VZBot is printing ABS too fast. I've had to tune down the VZBot because even with the Goliath hotend, it's printing so fast. I'm getting these like surface artifacts. Either that or the ABS is just soaking wet. It might be both. It might be both. We got that. I got the helmet. Oh. Okay, that part's not attached yet. Don't look at that. Don't look at that. Nobody look at the what's behind the mirror. The tape came off. Don't grab the helmet from the stuff that isn't attached. There we go. I gotta pick up some elastic bands so I can glue this in properly, because this actually doesn't fit my head. So I have to put like some stretchy elastic bands in it so that this part can like do that when I put it on to actually make it fit on my head. Otherwise it doesn't fit. So yeah. There. Oh no, I need tape, otherwise it's gonna scratch the lens. Oh great, I gotta fix it. 1 second. Ah! No, I broke it. I broke it. I broke it. There we go. I'm going to Walmart tomorrow to buy the stuff to do this right. It's just temporarily for now. There we go. That'll hold. There we go. Yeah, I got to make a proper lens too. These are just like some red gel film that I had. I don't even know where. I think one of my lights came with gel film, so I just threw that in the helmet for now just to have a look. But it's gonna get like a black tinted visor properly at some point. Probably this week. I'm actually gonna go buy this stuff so I can make a vacuum former tomorrow. And then I got to put all this together. So this is the chest piece. And then there's the back piece and the leg pieces. And there's a lot. There is a lot to this suit of armor. Although nowhere near as much as the T45 power armor. That's for sure. So the red looks great. The red looks great. The problem is they don't have red visors in game. So I could make my own lens. So the problem is like I need red tint. And I don't think they make red tint. So the plan is I'm gonna make a vacuum former and form a lens. I got the buck here. So I got the buck here. So I just do that and go and vacuum form a lens. And then I think I'm just gonna spray it with like nightshade or whatever just to tint it. And then put that in the visor. So, by the way, yesterday, a little bit of housekeeping. Yesterday we had the Creality printing, which I actually have it printing away. I'm torture testing it with an ABS airless basketball because, you know, Wilson spent $2,500, or Wilson charges $2,500 for this thing and uses a special resin formula on a special machine to make it. So everyone and their grandma is printing them out of like TPU on their enders, thinking they'll be equivalent, and it's not. But anyways, it will make a good torture test for the Creality. But if you're wondering how the rocket engine from yesterday turned out, actually pretty good. Actually, pretty good. You should have a Gloop link with a discount code. Why should I have a Gloop link with a discount code? Why should I have a Gloop link with a discount code? I like Gloop. I use Gloop. I've got some right here. Why should I have a discount code? Why do you deserve a discount code? Sorry, I'm gonna be very, very snarky in like the coming future. Anytime anyone asks for stuff. because the amount of people that I get like DMing me asking for shit has gotten like, not insane, but it keeps going up and it's getting really annoying. So I don't know what's going on with in our 3D printing community. If people just like, because I stream a lot, people expect free shit. But anytime I post anything about anything on Twitter or my Discord or a post on YouTube, I get people asking for free shit, and it's getting extremely annoying. Like if I post any comment critical about a printer in any way, oh hey, I'll take it off your hands. Here, send it to me. It's like, or hey, I'm doing this on stream tonight. Cool, are you giving one away too? Like, I don't know who's conditioned y'all that like 3D print streamers are just candy bags. I know there's a few people that love doing that and that's pretty much their thing. But as somebody who doesn't really do that, you know, we like Polymaker, we do the spool of Polymaker filament, enter for win, chance in the link in the description. But it is getting really annoying as a content creator in the 3D printing space with people asking for handouts constantly. It's getting really annoying. No joke. And I don't like promoting giveaways and whatnot. I don't want to be a giveaway streamer. But like the the amount people ask for stuff is increasing. And it's getting really annoying because it's not even like, it's getting very direct too. Get blocked. I do block them. Also, as much as I would love to run around with a autocannon with the Helldiver's armor, I'm just doing the pistol for now. So I got the Liberator from the game. This is not a real thing. This is entirely 3D printed, solid. There's no functionality to it. It don't go pew. YouTube, this is just a 3D printed prop from a video game in Minecraft in Grand Theft Auto. But yeah, so it kind of sucks. I like the look because I did the filament rollover thing to finish off a few spools. So I kind of like the look of it with the different colors. It actually turned out really nice, and it's all going to get painted. So I'll put that there. There we go. Okay, what are we doing tonight? Bet it's on a Nerf gun. I know I got the parts, or I got the box to do the zinc, but this week kind of got, the original plan was we were going to do the zinc tonight, and we were going to do the Prusa, but things got moved around. So we're doing the Prusa tonight because we did the Creality yesterday. Live chat. Turn on live chat. Okay, so let me actually check on chat. 6, I'm going to what? Yeah, plenty hand up. I don't ask or think. Rose, you're awesome. Blame participation trophies. No, participation trophies are fine. I grew up in the age of participation trophies. They're fine. Ain't nothing wrong with the participation trophy. It's funny how many people are like, no, for me to do good, you have to do bad. No, rising tide, what is it? Rising tide raises all ships. Can I have a rant? You already got one. Is everyone tech pretty pathetic? Yeah, giveaways in Christmas. Yeah, I do the one big giveaway in Christmas, and then the New Year's Eve giveaway in Chill live stream. I do that. We do the spool of filament, and then usually at the end of a series, I'll do something. So I'm kind of working with, you know, we're hoping with LDO we have a little something to give away once we get the Milo printing. But that's just kind of like how I do it. Will I be rooting the K1C? Yes, thankfully. It is annoying without having, like, the fact you can't adjust your Z offset, you can't tell it to extrude. Can you even tell it to extrude filament? No, you can't even tell it to extrude filament. Yeah, you can't even tell it to extrude filament from the web UI. Like, don't knock it. Gifted 10 community memberships. Cheers and appreciate it. Thank you. So let's get the Prusa down. Let's get the Prusa down. You can go there. Art discounts and giveaways up to the vendors? Yes. I know some people that purchase stuff specifically to give away, though. And I've done that very rarely, though. Because, let's be honest, it never works out. Why do you think I don't do the monthly giveaway streams anymore? Remember how, like, what was it? For a year there, we did every month we did a community challenge stream, and now we don't do them as much? It's because literally I lost money every stream I did that. As fun as they were, it kind of sucks when you know the last Friday of every month you're losing about 40 bucks because I had to ship prizes to people that I paid for out of pocket, and those streams for whatever reason never balanced out. So okay, so we have the Prusa here. Let me, what beat? Oh, the overhead camera beat. Tezza gifted 5 community memberships. Cheers and appreciated. Yeah, the zinc. Yeah, the zinc is going to be fun. I'm going to get the parts printing on this once we get it up. Kind of miss the fun contest. Yeah, we'll be doing that. I probably not this month. For April, I'll probably do a challenge. I'll do a challenge stream for April. What's a good resource for printing PACF? I can't seem to get good bridging until we weaken that layer. Bridging, you're always going to have a downside for bridging. It's either print faster or print slower. I think it's usually print faster. Depends on the model. Sometimes you're just, depending on how big the bridge is and whatnot, you might need to put some support under it. You might need to just support it. There we go. Okay, so where were we at with this? We put the power supply in. So we got the power supply in. We got the screen in. We got that. Oh, we're on the panels. That's right. We're on the panels. The doors, the doors, the doors. There we go. Okay, so we got to do that. So, yeah, you go there. So let me get these door panels. Yeah. So we got door panels here. And it looks like we need these two. Okay. Printing Warhammer terrain. Okay, if you had said models, Game Workshop lawyers be coming after you. Is my overlay broken? Who is that? Christian Bureau became a member. Congratulations. Will it pop that one up again? Jeremy became a member. No, it just overloaded. Okay, there are protective on both sides of the panel. Peel them both off. Okay, cool. So today's stream should be pretty chill. We're just gonna wrap up the Prusa enclosure here. As you can see, I went and printed the handles and I printed the parts for the LED enclosure. So we're just gonna wrap this up, get it back online, get it printing, and then we're just gonna chill the rest of the night. I might work on some of the armor, work on some sanding and whatnot. We'll have some fun. We'll enjoy the rest of the night. S. Marshall gifted 5 community memberships, and Troy J gifted 5 community memberships. Cheers and appreciate it. Thank you, guys. Not gonna root. Well, the K1C is printing right now. Here's the thing. I'm gonna root it. I'm gonna do a video on rooting it. It'll be a nice little easy video. But I'm not gonna root it until I get a couple prints off of it. I want to make sure that it's functioning. If I'm gonna rip into it, I want to rip into it for the right reasons. Okay. If I'm gonna critique the printer, like, I want to make sure that I'm critiquing aspects of it as it is from the factory, and then aspects of it after I fix it. So I'm going to print a bunch of stuff on it just to make sure, you know, I can go in, hey, so mechanically the printer's okay. However, the UI and what they did to Clipper is bullshit. This is how you fix it. So I'd rather go into a video for the K1C like that than, you know, immediately modify it. And then if I have issues with it, oh, hey, you know, because, you know, hey, maybe once we put normal Clipper on it, because there's very little overhead, because the SBC or SOC that runs that thing is pretty already maxed out. And if we start having issues, hey, oh shit. So it's kind of like, yeah. Okay. Okay. So place the edge of the door panel on the door trim. Both sides of the panel are symmetrical. It doesn't matter which is which. It's important that the circular hole is placed on the door trim. Align the edges with both sides of the door trim. Okay. So that just goes like that. Okay. Now what? Oh, and then there's magnet parts. What did I do with the magnet parts? Did I already put the where did I put those magnet parts? Where did I put these ones on? Oh, they're in here. I'm like, I did these. Where did I put them? Okay. And Patrick gifted 10 community memberships. Cheers and appreciate it. And Josh Wilson, $13.99. Cheers. Here's for the money fund. Money for the money fund. Cheers. Okay, installing the door magnets. Do not over tighten the screws on the panel. This could cause it to crack. Secure with 2 M3/8s. Okay, secure with 2 M3/8s. Compare to the final look. Okay. So what's the difference? Because it said we got A, and we got B and B. So I got A parts and B parts, and which is which? So which one is which? Okay, well, let's just do this. Okay, so we got that. That goes like that. Okay. So A and B have different shapes. Okay. And then that goes over that. So let me get some M3/8s. Get my screwdriver. There we go. So I'm assuming it's just an appearance thing. Okay, I see. Yeah. Yeah, because it'll... Okay, yeah, it has to do with the angle. There we go. Okay, that's not too bad. Ow! Dropping everything. Dropping everything. Ugh. Okay, so we have a sandwich here. So this goes on the front. There we go. And again, you're screwing into plastic. Anytime you screw into plastic, be gentle. You don't want to accidentally rip the threads out. Or actually, no, there is a nut on the back. So you don't want to over tighten in this case because you don't want to crack the acrylic. Electro boom. What electro boom? The Enigma blade. Thank you for becoming a member. Go. Get a quarter UGA. Yeah, you go until you hear the crack and then you back it off a quarter turn. How hot do you think the chamber will get? I don't know. I'm hoping hot enough for ABS. That's all I'm really hoping for. As long as I'm hot enough to print ABS, I'm happy. That's basically it. As long as we can print ABS, I'll be happy. Okay, so I'm just putting this door where it's gonna go just so I can make sure I put the other one in the right spot. So if that goes like that, that goes like that. Okay. Oh, other way around. Crank it till it cracks. Someone get a hold of Gloop. Do they make a Gloop for acrylic? Do you plan to integrate some mods into the enclosure? I do. One thing I will be doing, I have an ESP32 cam here. So I'm gonna have to get a 5-volt, I have them downstairs. I gotta find where I put them. I have some buck converters, some step down buck converters to convert up to 24 volts down to 12 or down to 5 volts. Or I could find, I'm sure I could find 5 volts somewhere on the Prusa, somewhere. So the plan is I do want to put an ESP32 in the chamber, probably on the opposite side of the LEDs so that I can monitor it with a webcam feed at least. And then we do have the LEDs to put in. They did reach out to me. Somebody from Prusa did reach out. They are sending me the quick connect, the disconnect for the power supply, because the one they sent me was for a Mark 3.5, whereas I have a Mark 4 in here. So they are sending me the quick connect for the Mark 4. I'll probably swap that out at my own time. I'll just pull it off the shelf and do it on my own. So that way I can pull the printer out without having to take the whole thing off the shelf. So that'll be nice. Oh. There we go. Don't knock it. Gifted 5 community memberships. Cheers and appreciated. All the gifted memberships tonight. And don't forget, I am gifting away a spool of filament from Polymaker at the end of stream too. So if you haven't entered for your chance to win that, link in the video description, enter for your chance. So you got to do that before we get to the end of stream. Okay, so we have that there. And then we attach the handles. Okay. So the handle, it looks like goes on the outside. Are there nuts for this? No. Do not over tighten, they could crack. Okay, insert 2 M312 screws in the holes. Notice which side the screws are inserted. Okay, so they screw through the back into that. Okay. Thoughts on the Pantheon design? It seems like an absolute beefcake of a printer. If I had the budget for something like that, and I could justify spending the money on something like that, I would. I've seen it in person a few times. It is an absolute amazing machine, but it is definitely meant for a certain market that most of us here aren't part of, let's be honest. But it does seem like a very competent machine. It's probably the most entry-level the most entry-level prosumer commercial 3D printer on the market, in my opinion. Richard Wilson gifted 5 community memberships. Cheers and appreciated. So these screw into plastic, so just be a little careful here. Basically, as soon as they bottom out, stop. You don't want to accidentally rip out your, you don't want to rip out the threads that you've made. Prusa did cut corners. Prusa did cut corners. They cut every corner with this enclosure. I mean, like, there's not a single corner on it. They cut all the corners. There we go. There we go. Okay, so that's one door. Is everyone in the stream now member? I don't know. If you're not a channel member, put a 1 in chat. Remember, if you want to win a gifted membership, it's random. So if somebody gifts memberships, it's random who gets it. But it also depends on how active you are. So if you're just a lurker and you never participate in chat, apparently the way YouTube does gifted memberships, you have a less chance of winning. So you kind of want to be more active in chat. You're more likely to win a gifted membership. And yeah, I seen you guys talking about it at the start of stream. I do need to get a new intro. Maybe I'll just make that the community contest. I'll just put a channel in the Discord. Anyone, here's the music that I use for my intro. Make an intro. And if you do, I don't know, I'll give you a gift card or something. I don't know, I'll figure something out. I'm sure there's some people that are talented in the ways of video editing. Or hey, worst case scenario, at least give us something to do on a Friday stream. There we go. Okay, so we got that. Now how do these attach? M3 8s. Okay, and 3/8. So let's put this up here, that up there. Rotate you. Aha, okay. So I guess it, oh no, I scratched it. Oh no, okay, well, if you're scratched, you're going over there. Was that another one? Christopher West, cut it off. Christopher West gifted 5 community memberships. Cheers and appreciate it. How come there's so much dead space above the enclosure? I don't know how the spool's set. We'll figure that out in a minute. But that is something I may be critical of this enclosure, is the amount of dead space in it. But I think it also has to do with because of where the spools end up going. We'll find out in a minute when we get to the end. Because I think this will hold two spools. It does put the spools in the chamber. The spools do live in the chamber on this, if I remember correctly. There's room for the MMU3. Oh, that makes sense. Yeah, it would make sense if there was room in here for the MMU3 or the 2 or whatever you put in here, right? Like it would make sense that they have some extra room, because technically you want the enclosure to be as small as possible, right? You want the enclosure as small as possible so that the printer has less, there's less volume to heat up. Did I relocate the electronics? I built this fully stock. Basically, I'm building this as the instructions tell me to. And the only thing that's outside the chamber is the power supply. The electronics are still in the chamber, which, let's be honest, this thing won't be getting hot enough to affect them anyways. If your electronics sit at 50 degrees all day, and they're in a chamber that's now 40 degrees instead of 30, they'll be fine, right? Okay, let's see if I can reach this door from over here. Gotta get the good camera angle for the audience. Get back here. I will say everything lines up really nice with this. Yeah, usually like stepper motors and electronics can take way more heat than people think. Like, unless you're hitting like, what is it? Most electronics are good up to 80, no problem. Like, look at how hot modern CPUs and GPUs run. Most modern electronics can take some pretty, not like crazy high temperatures, but they can take, you know, some temps. And then stepper motors, most stepper motors, if I remember correctly, are good to like 100 C. Like, unless you're boiling water on them, you're good. Okay. There we go. There's that. Installing the top plugs. Okay. We got some plugs. There. What is this guy? Nylon rivet. Okay. Printed parts. You are the filament guide. Oh, here's the plugs. Just drop it right into the printer. Now I gotta open it up. Reach into the printer. Yeah, where'd it go? Uh-oh. Oh, there it is. Like, where'd it go? There we go. And it's held in place with these nylon rivets. PLA parts. Well, all these parts are PETG, and it'll be fun to see how long they last. I do want to be printing a lot of ABS on this machine. So it'll be interesting to see. I love these nylon rivets, by the way. These nylon rivets are awesome. I didn't know these were a thing, and they are great. I love them. The only downside is replacing is kind of hard. Okay, so that's that. Okay, remove the side arms. Okay, so where did I put my spool holder? I had it over here. I put it on this. Where did I put it? Oh, here it is. It's under the box of Helldiver armor. Okay, so take your spool holder, remove it from the printer, take one arm and release it, okay? And then we take this and we put some M3 nuts in the bottom. So let me screw here. ABS reprint. I really want to see how long this goes with just PETG parts. I really want to see how long it'll last with PETG. I've had people in chat say they've been running theirs enclosed for a while without issues. And I've had people in chat saying theirs fell apart in a month. So it's going to be really interesting, I think. And I want to see for myself. So the first thing I will do is print a full set of Prusa Mark IV parts in ABS, and then I'll take those parts and put them in a box and put them somewhere until I need them. Hopefully I never need them, but we'll find out. Yeah, so first thing is put two nuts there and then mount that in there with M312s, okay? So that is which corner? That is this corner, I think. And it droops down like that. Yeah, okay, so M312s. And now we go over here. Oop, okay. There we go. You guys get a good view of the back of my head. Okay. Right there. So you could probably print out another one of these and mirror it and put it on the other side if you want to put both spool holders in here if you really wanted to, which I probably will do. There we go. So we got that in there. And then I think this just goes in and you twist it. There you go. There's the spool holder, mounted. Okay. Transport handles, optional. Okay, so I've already put those in. That's it. Enclosure add-on. So let's find, we have the LED strip. Okay. So we're gonna put the LED strip in because we have that. And I want to see what we're doing. So I've got the printed parts here. Okay, so check which one you have. I have the Delta. So that mounts there. Okay, so we got the Delta LED white strip. There's that. Where is the power supply for this? Oh, here we go. Interesting location for the spool. Well, it goes there because the, let's see, what camera can I use for this? The filament goes in here. Okay, we'll do this. I'll show you how this works. So it actually makes sense. Okay. Because how it works is you got your spool of filament. Okay, see this? This is where the filament starts, where this tube goes to here. So when you put your spool in, you literally just put it like this, and the filament goes like this into the printer. So you feed it up here. All right, let me get that blob off the end. Yeah. So it goes up into the printer. So that's how it feeds. And then if you had one on the other side, it would do the same. So that's actually a pretty nice way of doing it, because it keeps you too, if you have to like ever fiddle with it, you don't have to actually go into the chamber, which is kind of nice. It keeps you away from the moving stuff if you have to like fiddle with it mid-print, which is kind of nice. Okay. So before you start installing the add-on, print out all the necessary parts. I already did that. Okay. And a piece of cloth. Okay. So we have that and some nuts. Okay. How does this work? So we got to put a hex nut. Am I all out of T-nuts? I might be all out of square nuts. Am I all out of square nuts? I might, unless this kit came with some. Well, I got the printed parts here. Oh, yeah, it did come with some stuff. It came with hex nuts. Shit, not T-nuts. I need a T-nut. Do you have T-nuts I could steal? You do. There we go. Oh wow, that goes in a long way. Okay. Oh, that's cool. They actually put a little hole in the slot so you can actually fit something in there to push the square nut all the way in. Okay, so we put that in. And then we slide in our brick. It goes like that. Okay. Oh. And then this goes in there. Okay. Okay, so this just kind of slots in there. Okay. So what was the point of that T-nut? Oh, I guess we'll find out in a bit. Okay. Prepare the printer. Oh, we got to take the power supply out. Shit. So we take the feed out. Oh, the cable runs through the... Oh, wrong camera, sorry. Okay, so we're going to have to move the printer over. Slide that up and through. And that attaches there. So I might be able to just leave that power supply on and just slide this through the foot. I want to see if I could cheap out on this. Let's see. Can I not have to move the printer? But I do have to take the power supply off. So I'm going to have to move the printer. Okay. So we'll rotate the printer. That's not a big deal. Rotate these guys. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we take the power supply out. which one is not. There we go. Let's try and get this camera over here. There we go. Okay. There we go. It's like, oh, use a cloth to put the power supply on, and yeah, no. Okay, so now I got to undo those two screws. Okay, what screw holds the power screw? What screw holds the power supply on? Is that an M3-8? M3-8, okay. And that goes in that hole. It is windy outside. So that goes there. Take the feet off. This goes up in here. And then we put the feet back on. They go through this cable. This is going to be awkward. Thought it was supposed to get snow tomorrow. Oh, fun. There we go. Where is... Come on, get it back in your hole. Uh-oh. Oh, where is... Hey, why don't my nuts line up? Why don't my nuts line up? Why aren't my nuts lining up? There we go. Now my nuts are lining up. Okay, so... Like, why aren't my nuts lining up? Ow, 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 ow. There we go. There we go, okay. Yeah. There we go. Get that started. Get that nut started. Okay, and pull that extra amount through and tighten the nut. There we go. And that is light for that. Okay. So that is done. We got that screwed in. Then we put the power supply back in. And then that goes out the front. I guess it goes out the front. Okay, well. Try not to jump ahead too far. Don't want to jump ahead too far. Okay, put the power supply back in. There you go. So the advantage of having the quick disconnect is instead of having to do this and pull it out every time, you can just unhook it. But I don't have the quick disconnect, so I can't do that yet. So then, you know, lock it in place. Let me put this back. There we go. Okay. Put the power supply back in, and then that comes out the front. Okay. I guess it comes out the front. So that comes out the front. And then you take the feetsies off and run it through the little slot, I'm assuming. Yeah. And then you mount it back in. Okay. As much as I like gamer subs, it's a pain to get in Canada. Every time I order it in Canada, it like takes forever to ship here, and it's super annoying. Okay, so take you off. Like, go. Highly engineered box. It is. It's a very nice box, though. What's my favorite hockey team? It depends. I really don't have a specific favorite. I don't follow sports. If you're gonna go by, usually, you know, for most people, it's the team that's closest to you is your favorite team. So Detroit, because I do like rooting for a team that occasionally wins. So that kind of disqualifies the Leafs. Okay, so now we got this. There we go. Okay. Assemble the LED preparation. Okay, so I've got black ones here and I've got orange ones. Because I printed orange ones, because I printed all the stuff that I would need for this in orange. But apparently it comes with some black ones. So we'll use what it came with. T-nuts. Or just heck nuts. I mean, shouldn't we all be rooting for the Jets anyways? Because Chep's kid plays for them. So. Gotta stand up for our fellow 3D printing community, folks. Put it this way, the last time I followed hockey and could actually name was like during the Yzerman era of the Red Wings. Like the last time I actually followed hockey was like back during the Stevie Y days when it was like Shanahan and all that. So like the late 90s was the last time I actually like paid attention to hockey. Okay, so that goes on there. 1, 2, 3. So let's grab our LEDs here. Yeah, remember the bench clearing brawl with Colorado back in the day? What was that, like 98 or whatever? And like the goalies even went at it. Yeah, Fedorov, Yzerman, Shanahan, like those were like, that's when I watched hockey. And I haven't really watched this since those days. Okay, so it looks like this clips on. Okay, there's holes in it. So it goes in the bottom slot with the hex up. It looks like, yeah, bottom slot with the hex up. Okay. Okay, so we got all that. Assemble the LED strip. So we got this like little film there. Okay, so I'm assuming this is the diffuser. Peel off the backer. Are you? Well, you're ancient, are you? Looks a little over-engineered. I mean, you could say that, or you could say it's engineered correctly and everything else is under-engineered. Or you could just go, hey, that's a pretty cool LED panel. Prusa FDM Mark MKX Enclosure LEDs. There's actually, I'm pretty sure these are RGB too. It's just they don't have it enabled. And look, they got a wavelength thingy on the back. I don't know what it does. Okay, and then you put this in the top slot. Okay, and it clicks us into place. Okay. Mounting the LED strip, okay. So, from the outside, insert 3 M318s. Oh, okay, I got those right here. From the inside, attach the LED assembly. The LED connector must be facing down. So the connector is this, facing down. Oh, this is gonna be awkward. Okay. See if I can get the middle one in first. Just a little awkward. There we go. I gotta put the connector down? Yep, connector's down. There we go. Okay, so that's that. So we need a cable and some zip ties. Okay. I have a cable. Push zip ties through the perforations in the bottom. Make a loop with the power supply cable, according to the picture. Okay, so that loops up and then down here. But in here, it doesn't show the loop. What? Okay. So it shows you taking the main cable, you do this little loop around, it goes there, and then it comes across. But then here, it shows it connecting somewhere else, and then there being no loop across. Why are these instructions different? Show that go across there. See, it shows it zip tied there, but here it shows it zip tied there. Okay, well. Like, am I pulling, this doesn't even go across there. What cable is that? What cable is this? Oh, this is the back of the machine. Oh, I see. This is the back of the machine. Oh, okay. I see. Okay, so I was supposed to put zip ties down the back here. Oh. Okay, that makes sense now. Okay. So let me put some zip ties in here. That makes a bit more sense. What doesn't make sense is I don't know where the control board is for this. Okay. Howdy from Texas. Hello there. Is your power still on? Is your water still running? It's Texas. I got to check up on that. Yeah, see, that's the problem when they show these images that are such a tight, like, I don't know what's going on here. It's like, oh, okay, now I see the little knobs for that. Also, this would have been a lot easier to do before I put the panels on. Yeah. A little bit easier to do if I hadn't put the panels on. Okay, so I gotta reach into the Prusa at the one end. Can you do zip ties one-handed? Can you get a zip tie going one-handed? You can. You can do zip ties one-handed. Cool. Oh. Ow. That is awkward on the back because I'm also trying to do it in a way that, you know, I don't block the camera fully. Otherwise I would just turn this, but then you guys wouldn't see what I'm doing. So instead I have to like lean over my desk. There we go. Okay. Oh, my back. Stay flat. There we go. There we go. Okay. And then that goes through there. Okay, so I'm gonna put a zip tie there. It looks like okay, so it looks like one end has a sticker on it and one does not, and the end without the sticker connects to the light. Comes out the bottom here. And both of these zip tie to that. There we go. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. There we go. Come on. There we go. There we go. There we go. Okay. Cut that off. So now, that is that. And then put the printer back in position. Yeah, so there we go. That seems to be solid. I don't like how, well, I guess it's fine. How flexy the bottom is, but it is what it is. Okay, installing the basic board preparations. Okay, so I need the basic board. Where is the basic board at? Basic board. Okay, somebody told me I had to print parts for this, but it came with all the parts. So, why? It came with the parts, so why did I print parts for it? Yeah, whatever. This is revision 2, this is E2. What's the difference? Oh, E might be internal. That makes sense. Do I want orange or do I want black? We'll go with orange. We'll go with orange. Okay. So we need that, that, and that. I don't have these little guys. Did it come with them? Hopefully it came with it. It did. Cool. Hill Willie gifted 5 community memberships. Cheers and appreciated. Thank you. Okay, so first things first is install the basic board. So we got to put some hex nuts in some slots, or some square nuts in some slots. So that goes there. And there's 2 of them, so we'll put that in. If I can get it to quit spinning. And it keeps spinning. There we go. Loosen that one. Get another one. Yeah, we'll do orange. 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 I do like having some orange accents. You know, my Prusa is all black. It is nice having some accent color. Makes it a little more exciting. There we go. Hopefully those don't fall out. Okay. So we've got those in. Okay. So connecting the board. Okay, M312s with serrated washers. Okay, so we have our little board here. It connects to the third one. So LED, fan, and extension. Ooh, there's an extension that's not being used. Okay, it has a fuse even. Like, they could have gone really cheap and just, you know, plug directly into the light and just have it be always on. But no, they went and got all fancy. M312s. with the little serrated thingy. Is that 12 mil? Yeah, it's 12 mil. Okay. So we got those two in with the little serrated. That lines up like that, so we put this. Okay, so those go like that, I guess. Okay. And then it goes like that. I've lost that guy. And I lost a serrated thingy. Hopefully they gave me an extra. They did. Okay. Okay, yeah, so this just lines up like that. It's a nice satisfying click, I will say. Okay. And then you just plug that in, okay. Okay, that just plugs in there, okay. Let tight. There we go. And that's it. And then you just get the double fun LED and you plug that in. And that's it. That's a separate power supply. Okay. Wow, this one, that power supply is a lot more involved. Take the whole printer out. Okay, so we're done. We've got the double fun power supply. So if you have one of these, don't go be plugging in two full size like VZBot 500s with two of these and then just plug it into the wall once. This is actually, shit, this actually connects to a normal one. This is like the double-ended, like I thought there would just be a normal plug. Hey, infinite power. There we go, I got infinite power. Okay, so let's plug this in. So the printer's off. So power supply, LEDs, and now mains. Okay. So if I hit this, we should get light. We got light. That's a bright light. That is a bright light. Okay, let's turn the printer on. Let's load up some ABS. What color should I print the parts in? If we're gonna be printing Prusa Mark IV parts in ABS on this, what temperature or what color should I go with? Let's turn this around. Oh. Oh God, come on, come on. There we go. Whew. Just bamboo green. I don't even know what I have. What do I even have for ABSs? I've got Galaxy Teal, Light Blue, Black, Gold, Black, Red, Green, Blue. Is that orange? No, that's not enough orange. I might just do black. I might just do all black. Gold? Is it PLA or is it? No, it's ABS. There we go. That'll work. Okay, class. Bye. So we have here some beautiful. So first things first, let's heat this up. Let's get this toasty. Let's get this toasty. Preheat. ASA. Let's get this toasty. Okay. So this right here is a beautiful spool of Polymaker Gold Polylite ABS. If you want to buy one of these, link in the video description, enter for your chance to win. You could just win one. Simple as that. Or you could just purchase some. Because let's be honest, there's more of you here than I'm giving away. I'm only giving away one spool. And of course, how you open a Polymaker spool of filament. They have this really nice resealable bag here. So you can, you know, peel it and open it that way. Or you could just get a kniff and just poke a hole in it and rip and tear into the bag. Because let's be honest, you're never putting it back in the bag again. But if you do want to buy this filament, link in the video description, enter for your chance to win. Or if you want to buy some, I do have an affiliate link in the description if you want to buy some. Load up the printer. That is ABS. There we go. Auto load. So I'm going to print another one of those handles for this side so I can use the other handle here on that side. So we can put two spools in the printer. Okay. Load up Prusa slicer. Oh, it's beeping at me. Yes. There we go. Oh, there's a new version of Prusa Slicer. Let me update that. Well, the PETG parts will do okay. I'm hoping, but to just make sure that, you know, the plan is, for my current plan, for those wondering what a plan is, I'm gonna print, the very first thing I'm doing is printing all the parts for a Prusa Mark IV in ABS, in gold ABS. And then what I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna take those parts, I'm gonna put them in a box, and then I'm just gonna put it away. And then if any parts on this that are PETG fail, I'll swap them with gold parts, because there's that Japanese thing where if stuff breaks, you fix it with gold and it looks cool. So that's what we're gonna do with this. If any parts fail, I'll swap out just the one part with gold. And, you know, hopefully it stays all black, but you know, in 6 months, if half of this is gold, you'll know. So that's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna print all the parts in gold. And then if any parts break or start warping, I'll swap them out. And as we go, I might have to swap out a bunch. I might not have to swap out any. We'll see. So I'm going to scale the parts now. Honestly, I'll be honest, half the time, I haven't scaled parts for ABS in a while. If your printer's tuned really good, it's not that big of a difference. We're talking like 0.00, like it's not much. It's like, what is, I built my rat rig, I didn't scale any of the parts and it was fine. And they're like, yeah, if you're gonna scale it like 100.03 or something %. So. Okay, so we have a Prusa Mark IV with a 0.4 nozzle. We have some, it's Polymaker, but Polymaker isn't in here. I don't think, yeah. They don't, how do they not have Polymaker profiles? Oh, they do have some. Polymaker PC Max. That's it. Where are the rest of them? Show height. Where? Like. Okay, well we'll just go with Prusa ASA. To be honest, it's pretty much all the same. We're gonna go with 0.2 speed. Oh, input shaper. There we go. 0.2 structural. There we go. Fitment issues with flat parts in ABS, but it wasn't impossible to work on. 100.1. I'm gonna do, what is it, 100.04, I think. I can't remember the exact. Okay, if I search Prusa Mark IV, where are Prusa Mark IV most popular? Prusa Mark IV printed parts. Prusa research. Mark IV printable parts. There we go. Okay. Do they not have plates? Oh, they do have plates. Oh wait, no, that's G code. I don't want G code. No, I don't want G code. Am I gonna have to download these all individually? All model files. Yep. That's kind of annoying. I was hoping they had like pre-made plates, like .3MFs of the whole plate. Like, it's nice they give you the steps, though. That's nice. Extract all. Prusa Slicer doesn't have plates yet. I know. Okay. So wide carriage and heat bed. So these guys. An extruder. Well, that's all we're getting on the first plate. Why do I have 3 of these? What is this one? PG case R3, R2, R1. So I'm assuming I need R3. Why? What? Okay. PG assembly adapter Mark 4, Mark 3. Okay, we got a Mark 4, so get rid of that. Lower board right, that. Okay, I think the rest are okay. Okay, so let's rearrange this. Okay. I don't like you that close to the edge. You're gonna come over here. Okay. There we go. And you can come over here. There we go. Okay. 100.1. I don't think 100.1 is Shit, did I do all of them? Oh shit. Did they change? Okay, so let's see. Okay. You go there. Okay, so Control All. So scale them all. So 100.04. Okay, it does change them all. Okay, cool. So we're gonna print with 25% infill. 5 top, 4 bottom. We'll do 3 walls because these are Prusa parts. So we're just gonna. I need a SD card, or correction, a thumb drive. Do I have a thumb drive that I can use for this? Where's my Prusa thumb drive? It might be downstairs. I don't have a thumb drive for this. Thumb drive. I might have to go downstairs and run downstairs to grab my thumb drive for this. I'll be back in a second. Let me go grab the 3 more Y rod holders. What? Y rod holder. Oh. There we go. Okay, and 2 idle swivel. Why don't they have numbers next to them, Prusa? Why don't they have numbers next to them? Why are you making this harder? Why are you making this harder for people? There we go. Okay. Oh shoot, did I put it down here? There we go. I'm back. Part of me is not gonna fit, like, I know it's annoying every time it does a little glitch, but like all of y'all freak out every time and that just drives engagement. So I'm just gonna leave it. Okay, so that is that. Exporting. Why is that taking so long to export? Why is that taking so long to export? Oh, okay, there we go. So that's done. Okay, so we got that. Okay. And let there be light. Wow, that's a bright light. That is a bright light. For some reason, my left ear is not making music. Are you dead? Do you need to be charged? That's probably why. You probably need to be charged. There we go. Yeah, music. I know you guys have music. Yeah, this Mark IV is lit. Okay, do I have any goodies left, or is this all garbage? Garbage. Got 1 extra magnet, some standoffs, some foam pads. Oh, there's the T-nuts. Okay, that's all garbage. I just have this box here that I'm just filling up with garbage. I'll just throw it to the curb. So the question is, what were these parts for? LCD support and FS cover. LCD support. What is that for? LCD support and FS cover for the enclosure. Do we... Oh, fire suppression. Fire suppression. What's this part for? It's got like a swivel for it. Can I reuse it? Yeah, figure something out. Yeah, this is all fire suppression stuff, yeah. Yeah, so that's all extra, so you can go garbage. All my extra Prusa beds, keep those. You never know when you need 20 Prusa beds. You're garbage, you're garbage. Quick release cables. This is for the Mark 3.5, which I didn't end up using, so there. There we go. Now this box is empty. Sweet. Power cable, some extra wires. Okay. Is it the Mark III? Oh, that's what that is. It's the filament sensor cover, so you can screw in the little, the knob. That's what that plastic part is. So I want to keep that. Where did I put it? Oh. Hopefully you guys got music. I lost my headphone. I know you guys have music. Okay, where did I put that piece then that I just... Uh-oh, did I not? Pop it and throw it out. I threw those two out. Yeah. Oh, here it is. I want to put this on the 3.5 so I can screw in a PTFE coupler. Can the beds be used for Phoenix? Maybe. I could probably actually, I'm probably going to put one of the Prusa beds on the Creality X1 if I end up using it long term, once I fix it. Or the K1, I mean. Prusa doesn't need the heat soak? I don't know, does it? I guess not. I guess not. Cool. Okay. So that's all the work for the stream. So what do you guys want to do now? It's only like 9:30. We're halfway there. What happened to the K1? Oh, it's printing right now. It's doing its thing. It's just gimped because of what Creality did to the web interface. So once we get it going, I actually might have room for it on the shelf. It might be able to fit right there. It would be nice to have 4 or a bunch of printers on the shelf. I know, it's just nice to have more printers. More enclosed printers is always good. So this plugs into that. Yep, that'll work right there. So it kind of sucks that we're gonna have to let this print all night before I can put it on the shelf. It's gonna take up a bunch of room, but it is what it is. Oh, that says Prusa. That's good. That's good, Nurgle just behave. If you get too excited, I'll just mute you. Lots of them on printables. What do you mean? Lots of what on printables? Does the 3.5 have camp? No, they don't have camp. Camp is Clipper, Adaptive Mesh, and Purge. It's a Prusa. It doesn't have Clipper. But it has smart meshing, where it only meshes the area that it needs to. Does the 3.5 have it? I think so. I think so. Spool holder mods. Oh, no, that spool holder works pretty good. Like it's got plenty of room in there. So we can see our temperature here. So inside the chamber, it's 25 Celsius. I'm hoping that goes up. I'm hoping that goes up. Yeah, we'll see how that goes. Because the thing is, the only heat that's heating up this chamber is the bed and the hot end, and that bed isn't putting out a ton of heat. So, but I do have the heater from, I do have a heater. I do have a chamber heater, but I'm not putting that in here. So, print the zinc and Prusa colors. I am going to print the zinc on here. After this is done, I want to throw some PETG in here and print the zinc. Yeah. Yeah, it's huge because it has to fit the whole bed. That's the thing. Is it Nero drinking time? I've got my gamer subs here. I'm drinking Tata milk. It is good. Zinc and orange and black would look great. That's actually the plan. I have a spool of orange PETG that I'm probably going to use for that. Because I've got Polymaker, not Polymaker, sorry. Whatchamacallit? Jesse, Printed Solids, sent me a sampler pack of a bunch of PETGs. So, yeah, David, go on Gamer Subs and look at the flavors. You'll see what flavor. What'd be really cool is to mod the zinc so it looks more like the Liberator from Helldivers. So I could just make a Nerf zinc. That'd be kind of cool. I gotta make a holster for this too. Go with the armor. But it's kind of funny how size different they are. Like when you compare the two helmets. So like, this is the Mando helmet, and this is the Helldivers helmet. And it's like, this got a much bigger chin. But this is also like, this is wider, but this is taller. I'm digging the red lens. I didn't plan on going with red lenses, because I'm gonna vacuum form a lens, and I was just gonna tint it and do like a normal lens. But I found some gel filters inside. Like one of my lights came with gel filters. So I just threw them in. They're just taped in there with blue tape for now, just to hold it. But let's see if I can fit this on without. Nope, I can't. I gotta loosen the tape. Oh, this is so gonna get caught in my beard. One second. This is so gonna get caught in my beard. Oh, there we go. Yeah. So I'm gonna put a little bit of foam so it sits up a little bit higher, because right now it's sitting a little low. But yeah. So I gotta put foam in it. It's still too bobbleheadly, so I gotta put some foam in it to keep it from moving around. But and then there's the chest piece. Ah. It is like size for size. There we go. Yeah. I missed a few things. I got to put little yellow triangles there, and then I got to figure out, I have to put the Helldiver's helmet or like skull on each side of it. I got to figure out how to do that because I don't have like a cricket or anything that can cut like the stuff I would need for it. Also, I need to put like a shelf on the wall that I can actually mount these helmets on instead of leaving these helmets sitting on printers constantly. So. The problem is you can see my eyes. You shouldn't see my eyes. So I've got the buck here to vacuum form, and I'm gonna go when I'm out tomorrow. I'm gonna stop at Home Depot and get some stuff and make a vacuum former. I might make a video. I'm gonna make a video on it. So I got to form the lens because if you look at the lens, you see how there's details to the lens. That's just, you know, flat. I want detail. So you just get like a thin sheet of acrylic, heat it up, go vacuum form it, and then I think I'm gonna just get the spray nightshade, like the stuff people use to tint their headlights, and just spray that. Because I don't want to dye it. I don't want to make a huge mess dyeing it just for one lens. But yeah. But the problem is, it's all black, like it's tint. I don't think you can get red tint. Because I do like the little bit of red though, but it's gotta be dark. But since that's done, I got all the footage for it. So I just gotta make a video. So the vacuum form might be its own video, or I might just roll it into the helmet video. We'll see. But if you're wondering about how many parts it is, it's actually not at nowhere near as much as the power armor. So I've got a few small pieces in here, and the chest armor. So for these parts, these all fit in this little box. So there's like the main chest piece, and then I got this box here. And then this box has the rest of it all. Those shin guards and all that is in there. So the box is kind of heavy. I'll be honest, the box is kind of heavy. But it is nowhere near as many parts as the T45 power armor, nor do they weigh anywhere near as much. And there are a lot of flat parts, which will make post-processing a hell of a lot easier. So I'm hoping to have this done relatively in a time period. Those window foil, yeah, but that's on, I don't want to order stuff from Ali for tinting. By the way, hi Sanity, how you been? Reflective foil, yeah. Do you think some of them could be worth the print for the Mark IV? It depends. I'm a big proponent of use the printer stock for a while. And then if you start realizing you have deficiencies in certain areas, then start looking into mods. So for the Prusa enclosure here, first things first, I can't see what's going on in here unless I'm in the room. I need to put a camera in here. Hey, ESP32, well, I'm sure I can get 5 volts from somewhere. Actually, shoot, can I slide that out? Can that slide out? Can I slide that out? How big is the power supply? How big is the power supply on this? Is it a 20? What is the power supply? Sorry, what is the power supply? I'm sure I can tap 5 volts from somewhere on something to power an ESP32. I'm sure I can find 5 volts from somewhere to power an ESP32 on a Prusa. Let's see, what do they got here? You got white LED strips, mechanical lock, advanced filtration, hinged lid. Ooh, what's the hinged lid? Oh! You can hinge the lid. I'm not ever gonna need that. I'm not ever gonna need that. USB port? The problem with the USB port, I lose the USB port. Also, a lot of USB ports on controllers are only power in, they're not power out. I don't think I could just plug into like the Ethernet. Does Ethernet output 5? Is there a 5-volt line on Ethernet? Ethernet wiring. Does Ethernet do power? I know there's PoE, but no, there's no 5-volt line on Ethernet, no. I know you can do PoE with Ethernet. I didn't know if there was like a 5-volt line. I'm like, there's an Ethernet port right there. I can plug right in. If it's PoE. Yeah, I don't think that's PoE. So where can I pull 5 volts from? I'm sure. Let's see. Let's just check printables. Prusa Enclosure. Let's see what's in here. Oh God. Most popular. Prusa Enclosure camera. Raspberry Pi cam. Yeah, a lot of it's Raspberry Pi cams. Like, I could throw a Raspberry Pi in here, but I kind of don't want to because it has Prusa Link. It has Prusa Link, so I don't want to. I mean, I could just, I'm sure I could tap into 5 volt. There's got to be 5 volts somewhere I can tap into. There's got to. I'll fiddle with it. I don't know what voltage the LED is, because here's the thing. I could just get a buck converter. I could just get one of those step-down buck converters and just pull 24 volts directly from the power supply right here into a buck converter, drop that down to 5 volts, and then just run a wire to the camera, which I'll be honest, that's probably what I'll end up doing. That would take no time to do at all. That would take no time to do at all. So I'll probably end up doing that. The filament sensor has 5. Yeah, the filament sensor's on the tool head though. Like I'm talking about a free plug that I could just plug into. Just get a big. Oh, I don't want a Pi. I just want a power. I just need 5 volts so I can take this and just stick it in the corner, and so I can watch it. Like, one second here. One second. Where? Do I have a cable I can plug this in with? Here we go. No, you're way too short. Will you work? No, you're USB-A. Will you work? No, you're mini USB. Abomination of a wire. I made a cable for this. Where did I put it? Oh, we'll use this. We got that. Do I have a buck converter? I need a power. Oh wait. Are you in here? There you are. Dang it, this is dead. This is dead. Why is all my stuff dead? Oh well. But yeah, no, I have step down buck converters downstairs. So I'll just stick it on the back here. I'll just tap directly into the power supply back here for the 24 volt, drop that down to 5 volt, and just run a wire. Although I do need to print a little enclosure. So ESP32 camera. So I could just do this guy. That'll work. That'll work. Download. Because it's just gonna. I'm literally just gonna VHB it to the wall. Work a slicer. Prepare. Turn you off. Which printer do I have filament in that I can print? We'll do the bamboo. Bamboo. Discard. Lid, case, open. Multiple parts, no. You go there, you go there. Actually, that takes the whole thing. Yeah, so I could just run the USB cable for that. Yeah, that'll be nice. Okay, cool. So now, what color? I need orange. That has no orange in it. Where is my orange PETG? Or black. I could do black. Do I have black in there? No, I don't have black. Why are you empty? It's empty because I've been doing prints on it. Because I'm all out of all my big bulky spools of filament. Like even this guy, even this guy is on E. You know what? I'm gonna tap into this. I'm gonna tap into this because this guy's on E. So yeah, you guys can watch that do that while I do this. So this 3 kilogram spool of Polymaker was full when I started printing the Helldiver's armor. Where is my partial spool? Here you are. You're up here. I've had this eSun spool of filament that I like printed a spacer for ages ago. And this is like my go-to unspool big spool onto little spool so I could shove it in the AMS spool holder. And then I do this. Oh no, oh no. Oh God, what are you doing? What? Why are you getting all tangled? Why? Oh God, you're all tangled. Oh God. Go this way. Untangle. Untangle. How did you get so... Oh wait, am I going the right way? Am I going the right way? I'm going the wrong way. Going the wrong way. Vitaly gifted 10 community memberships. Cheers and appreciated. Thank you. There we go. Right way. Right way. Untangle the spool. Untangle the spool. Untangle the spool. Untangle the spool. Look at this. How did this happen? Okay. 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 How did, oh my God. Okay, so we'll just go around. Trying to untangle a spool of filament without kinking the filament is like torture. Damn it. Oh God, this spool is so messed up. I screwed up, I screwed up. Come on, come on, come on. Come on. Oh, there we go. Okay, okay. 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 There we go. Okay, so just keep it from doing that again. Your standalone AMS. Well, I've got the bamboo spools, but I don't like the bamboo spools. I like this spool because it's my go-to. It's my random stuff spool. Yeah, go check out Vitaly. He does the CNC tap kits that actually work pretty dang good. Go check him out. He has an Etsy store. I don't have a link for it in the description, but I have one somewhere. Google it. The enclosure looks massive. It is. Because it has to fit a Mark III, a Mark IV, and all combinations of it, including the MMU unit. So it has to be tall enough to put an MMU unit in it, and long enough that you could fit the whole bounding of the bed, and also it has to be wide enough to have the Y motor fit. But you have to have it centered, so it also has to be wide on the other side. You know, it's kind of wasted space, although the spool holder's there. Oh, the Vitaly tap is sold at KB3D as well. Nice, congrats. Does tap work with Dragon Burner? I don't know. If the mounting is the same, maybe. I don't know. I just use Stealth Burner. I know there's the light tool heads and people are all excited for them, but I don't run my printers at crazy high speeds. I run them at reliable, quiet speeds so I can be out here working on stuff and not be like deaf. It's funny, I came out here the other day, I had 3 Vorons printing, and those 3 Vorons were quiet until I fired up the VZBot. And then I fired up the VZBot and I'm like, oh, that's what a loud printer sounds like. It is funny how quiet the Vorons are compared to like the current crop of high-speed printers. And it's like, yeah, they're a little bit slower. I could run them faster. The room is definitely there. Again, we're all running the same motors. So I could run my Vorons faster. But holy hell, it is nice having printers that aren't crazy loud. I'll be honest. And again, once you have multiple printers, you don't really care about speed as much. I don't run a print farm. I print stuff for myself. I mean, I printed the entire Helldiver's helmet in one night on 3 printers. So, no, the VZBot is loud because of the motors. The motors have a whine to them. They're 48 volt high volt motors. So you got, and there's 4 of them for the XY. So it's just a combination of the 5160s, them being high volt, and there's 4 of them, and they're pushing at really high speeds and high excel. It's just loud. And then, yeah, the CPAP kicking in is loud too. Yeah, the CPAP is not quiet. Like it's still on when you're printing ABS. It's like 10% just for overhangs. But when it kicks in, it's like because it like ramps up and ramps down when it does overhangs, right? There we go. You in. Come on. Oh, getting. There you go. Is the bed clean? Clean it up. Okay, now because it's a bamboo, I have to go over to devices. I have to, for some reason, it never, like, you know it says X1 here. Every time I come over here, it's like, oh shit, I gotta put my code in again. 476 476 42. There we go. There we go. Okay, cool. Prepare. This is in, let's see this. Shut up. Extra PI plate. Place. Oh, no. Refresh that. Resync. Print. You are going to print with slot 1 because that's loaded with black. There we go. The lid is the wrong way up. God dang it. People who upload files. People who upload files for the STLs. Literally, it takes 2 seconds. Load up your file in Windows 3D Builder. Literally, open up your file in Windows 3D Builder, reorientate it, and hit File Save. And then upload that. It takes 2 seconds to correct the orientation, the default orientation of your part. Like if you are uploading parts to a file repository site, the onus is on the user who is uploading the part, and it should be, it's like, we're talking Be Kind Rewind. We need to bring out a Be Kind Rewind for model uploaders to orientate your parts. Because nothing is more annoying than when you get a file and it's like, okay, and it loads like this. Okay, it loads like that. And you're like, okay, I think it goes this way, but it could also go this way. It could also go this way. Which way did the user design it intend for? Then again, most people don't. There's a lot of people that don't design with FDM in mind to begin with. Don't be a fart, orientate your part. Apulo, great, great. You know what? I'm gonna tweet that out. I'm gonna tweet that out. No, that works. That works. 200 words per minute. I type with 6 fingers. My typing is so weird because I taught myself how to type. I'm 36. Okay, I'm 36 this month. I'm not 36 yet. But I taught myself to type. So I like, you know, look, what's it called when you look at it? You peck type or whatever. So I type like you're looking at the keyboard, but I do it without looking at the keyboard. It's really weird. I taught myself how to type. So I only type with like it's weird how I type. Because I don't look at the keyboard, obviously. But like I type with these fingers and I move my hands. So I have to use the same keyboard. So if I use if I go to like a laptop keyboard, I'm horrible at typing because everything's off. But it's just like, yeah. Printing was canceled though. I know it was canceled. I canceled it. Thought one has run out. Nope. Ignore, 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 ignore. God damn it, Bamboo. There you go. Freaking, if the error is cleared by the print being done, then why are you still displaying the error? Is this all garbage? That's all garbage. Do I want to save that Allen key? I do. I'll add it to my collection of Allen keys. What are you? Ooh, T-nuts. I'll put these with the M3 lockers so I don't lose them. That way I type to no promotion. Yeah, like so when I grew up in school, I remember having a typing class in like grade 2 or 3. And it was like they took us into a computer lab at school. It had all Macs. They were the original iMac, the one with the hockey puck mouse, right? The original CRT iMacs. That's what our school had. But the problem was we already had a computer at home, and I was already like using the computer at home. So like, I already had like some way of typing already, and then they're like, oh, you know, quick gas, so what stops X-rays? You know, the home row and all that. So I have this weird like amalgam of like typing ways. It's not quite exactly perfect, but it works because I started playing StarCraft. I had to start typing because I played StarCraft and online games. So chatting in online games is how I learned how to type quick. Orientate in the English-speaking world. Orient is you orient. Orient is the action. You orient. So fun fact, you know why Asia is called the Orient? Why the term for Asia, like for the longest time, was the Orient, or Orient, somebody from Asia was Oriental. Who here knows why it's called the Orient, or why somebody from that location is called Oriental? Does anyone here know the actual history of why that is? It has to do with maps. From east? It's not east. It is not east. Before compasses, so you have your map, okay? So you have your map, okay? Where's the map? You have your map, okay? You got your map, okay? So I got my map. It's got a map of the world. How do I orientate my map before compasses? What do you orientate your map with? What do you use to orientate? I got my map. I need to go from here to here. But am I going this way? Am I going that way? Am I going that way? How do you orientate your map before the compass? The sun. So what you do is in the morning, the sun rises in the east. I put the top of my map facing east. And I go, that's that way. I'm here. I need to go that way. So you orientated your map to the east, because that's where the sun rose. So old maps, if you go back and look at old maps, the top of the map is facing east because it was before compasses. So now we orientate things north, right? North-south, because we have compasses and GPS and all that. But before that, you would orientate your map to the east. So people from the location that you orientated your map were from the Orient, or they were Oriental, because you orientated your map that way. So consider, is it a slur now? I wouldn't find that offensive. Like, personally, it's just an old term. Okay, Noel, you're the first person telling me that's an offensive term. Like, I don't mean it in an offensive way, but okay, whatever. Like, okay. It comes from Latin oriens for east. I did not know that. Is that like, okay. Not Oriental. Well, I'm not calling them Oriental. I'm saying they used to call them Oriental because that's the map. I don't know. Just watch the South Park episode with the bikers if you want my opinions on word. I'm not going to go down that route, but or not, what is it? What's the word? Meaning has meaning. British colonialism being reflective in the language? Maybe, I don't know. The stream got woke. We're not woke. I'm freaking tired, man. Also, I hate the word woke. It's the stupidest word. If you rely on using the word woke to drive a point across, you've already lost, because you're relying on stupid catch things instead of actually forming a proper argument. I hate that. Like, there's a few YouTubers I follow that I watch them for their content, not their political beliefs. I'm a firm believer. You're fine to go whatever you want, just don't infringe on my rights. You want to vote a certain way, do it. Just make sure your beliefs don't infringe on my rights. So there's a few YouTubers that I watch that lean to a certain political direction, but I watch them because I enjoy their content. But you know, every now and then they'll tweet out something like, "Oh, please, just shut up. I don't want to know." And it's like, why you insulted them? Okay, if you disagree with someone on a political level, that is perfectly fine. But if you're only like, your only response is an insult, you've lost the argument. Like, it's okay to have different beliefs, okay? I'm a firm believer that there is no right or left. Everyone should be in the middle, and there should be like, you know, everyone is everywhere. You shouldn't cookie cutter yourself into a certain segment. No, I have some beliefs that are on the right. I have some beliefs on the left. I have some beliefs on the central. A balanced political diet is good, okay? But like, if your only comeback is like, somebody complains about, you know, something with, you know, dropping valid points from their belief system, and then your only thing is to just insult them, you've lost. Like, form a proper opinion. Form art, like, I don't know. I think, like, the internet has ruined us. The internet has ruined us. Because now everything's a clap. The fact that, like, you go on CNN and they talk about, oh, so-and-so clapped back at someone. It's like, you're a news article. You're a news site. Why are you saying clapped back? I don't know. Just remember, everything's Reagan's fault. Everything's Reagan's fault. How's the chamber temper? That's a good question. Let's get back to some 3D printing. It is currently 30 degrees Celsius, which that's up here. 29% humidity though. It should be a little bit hotter closer to the bed. And I don't think the part fan's on at all. Yeah, the part fan's just off. So. Now it's Putin fault. Yeah, but who led to the rise of that? But anyways. By the way, it's actually printing the basketball. It's in, by the way, I'm printing the basketball in pink ABS. So you know this shit's gonna bounce. It ain't gonna bounce at all. We're gonna be able to check the layer adhesion pretty good though. But yeah, no, it's actually printing that. I figured I wanted to do something because I know a lot of the K1 issues, the issues people are having with the K1 printer or K1C. I know Zombie Hedgehog was having issues with the extruder. So I figured if I hit it with something with a million billion retracts, like the basketball, within ABS, so an ABS temperature chamber, hot, low fan, hitting it with something with a million retracts. If you're gonna torture test something, this is probably a good model for it. I scaled these parts 100.04%. So just a little bit oversized because they are ABS. It will contract a little bit, but it shouldn't be that big of an issue. So, gonna make a curve Wilson basketball? What's a curve? Are you saying that a name made up for a group of different people is not offensive? I'm a Canuck. Somebody made that name up. Most people in my chat are Yanks. That's a made-up word. It's about how you use the word and its history. Believe me, there are words for people that you do not say because they are extremely no-no and they carry really bad history behind them. But you know, calling me a Canuck because I'm from Canada, that's just the word. It's the background behind the word and the history of the word that derives its current meaning. Is it an SCTV? I don't know. Anyways, we're moving on from that whole subject because it's the internet and we can't have light discourse about things without people going crazy. Ugh. Did you know they make the internet on computers now? Bourbon or whiskey? I'm a fan of whiskeys. Oh, okay, so here we go. 1 second here. This is my favorite type of current online discourse on Twitter because, of course, after Elon bought it, we got rid of all the bots. So, of course, Uncle Jesse with a good comment here, you know, what drives me nuts is how slicer orientation isn't the same as some slicer orientation. What does he mean by that? Don't most slicers import the part as is? Like, when you hit arrange, they can move it around. I know that part, but I thought all slicers just import the part as is. And then we also have the most important comment on Twitter, pussy in bio. Block. Current Twitter sucks. I printed my Mark IV parts with Polymaker ASA. You shouldn't have to. I'll be honest, the whole scaling stuff for ABS is kind of like an old way of doing it when machines were a lot less consistent. Machines are, printers nowadays, we have much better filament, we have much better slicers, flow control is much more bang on. I think a lot of the things we used to do in 3D printing was just us making, like, just putting band-aids on like the shitty hardware and software and filament we had back then. I honestly think, like, you guys seen me print stuff on the Polymaker that came out damn good because, hey, we're feeding it modern filament and we're using a modern slicer. Yeah, the hardware is ancient, but you know. So I think the whole scaling ABS, because remember, ABS shrinks, but it shrinks uniformly, and it's not that much because when you print, when you have a giant fascia, right? So it's like 3/1000 an inch with like a large fascia if you injection mold it, right? So you injection mold a part this big, it might shrink a millimeter, right? When you cool it down. But that's because it's shot all at once and the whole thing shrinks uniformly. With filament, it can't shrink a millimeter. because you literally put the filament down right here. Your nozzle, as it comes down, it lays the line down. So the line can shrink, or the wall can shrink, but it's not like the whole wall is gonna shift inwards a millimeter from the whole thing doing that. Because you're laying down the filament and it's, you know, as this is, you know, again laid down, this over here, this part of the line is already cool, past the point where it will continue to shrink at any major rate. So, no, you don't have to scale Voron parts at all for ABS. Voron parts are designed with ABS in mind, so you don't scale Voron parts at all. By the way, the bamboo is still heating up. It still hasn't started printing yet. This will be nice to get on the shelf. I will say this will be nice to get on the shelf and have it actually working. I'm gonna turn the overhead cam off. No point in having it on. This will be really nice on the shelf, I think. So we got this, we got that, we got the toasty. I might even be able to fit the K1 on there. So you just discussed scale for hole size in? Well, they're pre-scaled on the Vorons for ABS. So as long as your like flow rate is good, you're good pretty much on a Voron. You don't have to go too crazy. It's a nice enclosure, big, but look. Oh yeah, it's like, here's the thing. Would I ever buy this enclosure? No, because this enclosure really isn't for the type of user I am. I would DIY something. That's what I would do. But if you're the only, if a Prusa Mark IV is your only printer and you are looking for a nice enclosure for it, you're not gonna go wrong with this. Like, yes, it is a pricey enclosure, but let's just take money out of it, because here's the thing. Money for me is different from money for you, is different from money from somebody else. I know plenty of people that just happen to have a really good job, and for them, a couple hundred for an enclosure is absolutely nothing, because they drive a car that costs more than my mortgage. Some people just have money, or some people just, you know, value their money in different ways, and they're okay spending money on certain things, and other people's aren't. You can't like always just go right to money, okay? For an enclosure. Is this a well-built enclosure? Yes. Is it a little bigger? Yeah, they could have shrunk it down, but if they shrunk it down, then it wouldn't be able to fit an MMU unit in here. This fits an MMU unit in here. And the spools are also in here. Like, there's pros and cons to everything. I think if you had a print farm of Prusas, going this route might be a little pricey. It might be better just to put Prusas on a rack and enclose the rack. It depends. Like, it depends on your setup. Are you a school or a business though? Hey, this is probably a good thing, because you can put a lock on the door, you can put a filtration system on it, the work's paying for it. Like, it really depends on the user, the use case, and yeah, is it stackable? Probably. I wouldn't see why it wouldn't be stackable. I mean, you could put, yeah, I could stand on this. I wouldn't put my weight in the middle, but on the outsides, yeah. Now, granted, this thing probably leaks air like a sieve, which most printer enclosures do on off-the-shelf stuff. I feel like there should be corner caps on this. I feel like there should be like a snap-on corner cap, because there's holes in every corner on this. You can, like, where they meet. It's not smooth. They said it was stackable. Okay, it's stackable. Got the D-lac, one of the original Prusa enclosure. There you go. All your printers are in your basement, so I was getting tons of bed issues during the winter. After all my printers are in enclosure, more stable air temp. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, stable air temp and having no air movement is huge with a 3D printer. It's not so much the heat, it's consistent temperature and no air movement, because it's changes in temperature that affect prints. So, for a third of the price, you could buy Wham Bam's Hot Box. Well, let's check the Wham Bam Hot Box. Okay. So, immediately some downsides with the hot box. Okay, I'm not saying downsides. Okay, so immediately differences with the hot box. You can't stack it. It's not a rigid enclosure. Does it have an LED in it? Does it have lights in it? You can't mount anything to it. It's more universal. You can't, like, this is something, like, this is the same as a cardboard box. Like, you could just get a cardboard box. It would do the same thing at this point. 9 plugs, filament holes, built-in thermometer. Oh, there you go. 2 sets of loops to hold an LED light bar. So it doesn't come with a light. Okay. You can't mount the power supply to it, so you can't put the power supply outside the chamber. This is more like a temporary, like, I need to print ABS, so I'm just going to close my printer quick to print ABS and then take it off type thing. This doesn't look like something you would keep on a printer consistently. This looks like a temporary thing. Like, it's probably really good. I've seen these in person, and I'm not trying to like talk down on it, but that's a different use case. This is, oh, I need to print some ABS, let me throw this on, versus this is where the printer now lives, kind of thing. So, like, different use cases, like, again, it's like a printer. It's like recommending a printer. There is different use cases for everyone. Again, you could just go on Amazon and buy a grow tent, a pot grow tent, and throw your printer in that. Like, I mean, hell, I could just take the box the printer came in and put it back in the box. But it's printing the gold ABS pretty good. And you can get the spool of gold ABS yourself if you enter to win. Link in the description. Are you planning to do a stream on effing the K1C? No, I'll probably do a video on it. I'll just do a video on it. If I do, and we do a video, like, we'll figure it out. All right, so about the bed on borons can be set to 100%. Yeah, the whole setting a bed for 60% is like old info. I mean, I'll be honest. Which printer was it? The VZBot. All the parts on this VZBot here were printed on a Prusa Mark IV in ABS. You want to know what enclosure I used for it? Tallboy. I put the Prusa Mark IV in a printer and just used the boron to enclose it and print all those parts. And it worked fine. It worked just fine. So, you know, the first step to enclose your Prusa is put it in a boron. Color drawn to. Well, this is gold. Although, I'll be honest, this is more like a burnt yellow. Gold is a hard color to do in a not metal, I'll be honest. But we're doing gold because the plan is I'm going to take all these ABS parts and I'm going to put them in a box and forget about them. And then if parts on here ever fail, I can swap them out with gold ABS parts because this is all PETG, right? So then it'll be like, you'll know which parts don't last long in a warm environment. Although I don't know if the chamber will even get hot enough to cause issues, because right now we're at 30.8 Celsius, which I'll be honest is not much for ABS or PETG. Like, as you start getting above, like, I think, is it 40 or 50, you start running into creep issues potentially. But I don't think this chamber will get hot enough to cause long-term issues. I don't think. I do like the light though. Where's the light? Where's the light? That is a bright light. How toasty is Toasty Boy gets in the 60s. Toasty gets in the 60s. As long as it prints the ABS, okay? Yeah, that's what we're finding out right now. Does it make it a spaghetti or not? We'll find out. See the bones of your hand. It's actually not that bright. It's bright enough. But apparently they are RGB LEDs. It's just they're not, you can't control them. They're releasing the controller later. Okay. Well, this already has a controller, but also I love how blown out my white balance is. Wait, watch. Turn that off. And I get a glow up. Okay. Ready? So watch how dark my face gets. Ready? And there it goes. White balance. What shelving units do I have in my garage? They are made of metal. They're black. And I got 1, 2, 3, 4 shelves. I can't remember what brand they are. I bought them at Home Depot. I don't know. They're the heavy metal shelving units. I gotta get a workbench for back here though. This bench gotta go. This has got to go because we got to put the CNC on it. Because right now the Milo is living on the ground. I literally don't have room for it. Are they the Husky? Oh, it's the Husky one. That's right. We built it on stream, I think. I think we built it on a stream. It's a Husky brand one. It's not bolted to the ground, but there's enough weight on it that it doesn't move. And I did level it. I do have levels under it, so it does sit actually level. And I think they're holding up okay. I should probably check on because they are 3D printed levels. Yeah, they're holding up. So technically that shelf could fall over. And it probably would be a little bit more sturdy if I bolted it to the ground. But it's been this way for half a year and nothing's happened, so I'm gonna leave it. Plus I may need to move it. Future add-ons, the smart box. That is the smart box though. We did put the smart box on it. Oh no, this is the basic board, not the smart box. Sorry. They killed cute dogs to make those. No, that's not ATF branded. What kind of anchors am I using for the shelf? Gravity. Because it's just sitting on the floor. It's not actually bolted to the floor yet. And I probably won't bolt it to the floor. It's the shelf weighs enough and there's enough weight on it and printers and filament that it's not going anywhere. 6 feet wide, 6 feet tall, was on clearance for $150. Damn. These shelves are like $300 in Canada now. Everything's gone up. I went to go buy the same. Okay, so in the basement, I have that 8-foot Husky bench, and I was gonna go get another one for out here. I paid like $200 for it, like 3 or 4 years ago when I bought it. They're now up to like $500. It's stupid. It is so stupid. How do you do spool holders on those shelves? I don't. I use the printers. I don't use the shelf for spool holders. So how I'm feeding filament to the printers, the Bamboo Lab has the AMS above it. This printer has an internal spool holder. The V1.8 Toasty Boy has a spool holder on the side. The Trident and Tall Boy have a little space between them, and I have rollers. So because I feed them from like 5 kilogram spools, so I've got rollers that feed those two. And then for the V2, for the LDO V2, I have a Lazy Susan. So I actually have this really shitty Lazy Susan that's not great. I put the spool on it and I feed it in and it just spins. And this is how that feeds. So this just sits on top of the printer and this is how it feeds because I got the filament come in here and it just does that. So that's how those. So I don't actually have spools hanging like mounted to the shelf at all. Did I run the electricity for the Milo yet? No. I'll probably do that this week or next week. I just haven't got around to it. I've been busy. I gotta talk to my neighbor who's the tradesman to make sure I do it right first. Without the drawers, yeah, but was that in Canada? That's the problem. A lot of you guys are like, oh yeah, just do this, or here's a link for it, and it's like, I don't live in your country. I need a link in for the Canadian store. Yeah, so like, there you go. A 6-foot Husky bench is $368. This was under 200 at one point. Gladiators are $650. Yeah, 4 foot. Yes, 5. So I need something that'll fit here. So how much room do I have? That's the question. How much room do I actually have? So I've got there to about. So I can only do 6 feet. Oh no, I can't even do 6 feet. 6 feet, no, I can only do like 5 feet. Yeah, I can only do like 5 feet. So this is a 4-foot bench. Yeah. Like I can't even do like a 6-foot bench. I don't have enough room. Cause it'll go all the way up there and block the door. So that's Husky. I don't think Husky does that kind of stuff. And no, Flexi Spot won't either. I've reached out to them. By the way, I got an email from them, so expect YouTubers to be doing Flexi Spot ads in the next couple weeks. Because they sent out, it is so funny because I get the emails from companies that the same everyone else, and I'll be like, I'll pass on it. Like, so Flexi Spot, for example, you know, I finally agreed to it because wife needs a new desk, so I might as well, you know, get a desk out of it. But it's like, I get the ad, hey, we're interested in reaching out to you. And then I'm like, oh no. And then like 3 weeks later, oh, they're doing an ad for Flexi Spot. Oh, they're doing an ad for Flexi Spot. Oh, they're doing an ad for, it's hilarious. It's, what's really funny is when you get the super sketchy ones, where it's companies that pay based on views and whatnot, and there's companies that do that. They pay out based on views and engagement, and you're like, this is scummy as shit. And then you look and see who takes it. That's kind of one of the funnier things of being a YouTuber, is because you see that behind the scenes stuff, and then you see who takes the sketchy, scummy ads, and you're like, ah, that makes sense. I'm not going to name any names, but you can see them. Raid Shadow Legend. Raid doesn't pay as good, and let's be honest, nobody actually plays Raid. How to get a welder? I wish I had a welder. If I had a welder, I would need 220 though first. VPN ads. VPN ads. What's the current one? Better Health. Everyone's shitting on anyone who does a Better Health ad. Here's the thing I don't get. Nobody complains if you're watching, you know, what is a TV show that's on? Simpsons. Simpsons still on TV. Nobody cares. Nobody complains to the creator of The Simpsons if they're watching a Simpsons ad and an ad for like NordVPN comes up on TV, which I don't even think NordVPN does ads on TV. Yet if a YouTuber does an ad for something that people don't like, people freak the fuck out. I don't get that. Like, I would never promote anything harmful, but if it's like, yeah, it's a piece of tat, don't buy it if you don't want to, but I don't care. But then again, I don't even do ad reads, so let's be honest. Like, if a YouTuber does an ad for something I don't like, I just don't buy the thing. It doesn't affect me. Because I go, oh, cool, the YouTuber I like made money. Good for them. Get that bag. Factor. Yep, Factor's a popular one. I don't get anything. I get, let me check my emails here. I get shitty stuff. I get Temu. I just ignore that one all the time though. Temu is so annoying. They reach out all the time. Stabby Unicorn, 1999. Cheers and appreciated. I got a 6-foot Husky tool chest workbench and it costs a ton. Getting it around tight corners in my workroom was nearly impossible. Involves tilting and operating. Ooh, that sucks. This toolbox I'm on right now is a Mastercraft Maximum, and it is a 47-inch one. And I love this size. The problem is I need to get a bench on it because this is only like 19 inches deep, so it's not big enough. So I literally have a piece of OBS bolted to it. So I actually have room to build printers on it, and it's not enough. I need to get like an actual proper desk. The problem is they don't sell desks in 47 inches. They sell desks like desktops, like hard, like countertops in 6 foot. I don't want to buy a 6-foot one and then cut 2 feet off of it. So. Some small fry? You'd be surprised. Let's see, so yeah. Yep, Flexi Spot. There was one for a while there, yeah. Oh, Gentle Brands. There's one. For preferring, yeah. Like, here, hopefully this doesn't, F11. Hopefully I don't leak it. I don't think this will leak any private stuff. This is the kind of bullshit I get. Like this kind of generic, really shitty one. Like those are the kind of, wow. White balance. Wait, let's turn the light off for a second. Wait for the glow to come back to my face. Come on. Come on, bring it up. Bring up those levels. Bring it back. There we go. There, get the color back in my face. There we go. You know, we're just gonna leave the light off because it just, I got back to the screen, it's just dark. I could probably lock my white balance, but I keep forgetting to. It's actually, I thought I had, oh no, I don't have auto white balance. That's what it is. TV, oh, revert, never do a reverse mortgage. Oh my God. If you are single, you have no kids, and you don't care, okay, yeah, reverse mortgage. But you're basically selling your house for below market and leaving nothing to your family. That's all. A reverse mortgage is like, yeah, I'm selling my house. You're basically just selling your house early. And instead of selling it for a big lump sum that you could, you know, invest and do something, you're selling it for a small payment over time. They're horrible. They are so predatory. Yeah, it's basically old people. It preys upon people that didn't save for retirement or don't have enough saved for retirement. Because they basically go, hey, you know, you can keep your house until you die, and we'll give you a below market value for your house, and we'll pay it over time. Because it preys on people that they don't have enough money, like they don't have the financial means to, like, they didn't save enough, or they just don't have enough money for retirement. And they don't want to lose their house. Because here's the thing with the payday loan, you could just sell your house. If you're gonna sell your house, you'll probably get more money for it. But then you gotta buy like a rental property or something to like live in or whatever. So they stay in their house, but they sold their house for below market. And the problem is, I'm pretty sure if you die before they pay off the house, they just take over the house. So they can get the house for even cheaper. It's, yeah. Never do payday loans, never do payday loans. Oh my God, I knew somebody who got sucked into that and they lost so much money. They got screwed. I haven't even heard. I think it's mostly an American thing. Because I don't, well, here's the thing. I can't say I don't see it on TV here because I don't watch TV. Which one am I going to steal from my wife? Green tea, iced tea, peach flavor. Do I want peach flavor iced tea or lemon flavor iced tea? We'll go with lemon. Go with lemon iced tea. Payday loans. Oh yeah, payday loans are ridiculously predatory. Crazy high interest rates. This is so quiet. Like, so right now the only printer I have running in this room is this. The bamboo's already finished. Oh no, sorry, the Creality's also going too. Okay, so I am standing right here. Okay, I'm standing right here. Between the Creality is a Prusa printing. I can hear the Creality over the Prusa because the Creality has a fan going nonstop and it's loud. Because the Creality SBC or SOC probably needs an always-on fan or the power supply. Yeah, there's a fan in the Creality that I can hear from over here, and it's louder than this printer printing. Something that allowed the elderly to tap into the value of their home while keeping them in it. Oh, yeah, that makes sense. Isn't it reverse mortgage and it got to Orm? Yes, yes it is, John. Yes, it is. You turn down the MCU fan, can you? Let's find out. Model fan, back fan, side fan. Nope. Nope. The only fan I have control over is the model fan. It's the power supply fan that's loud. I love Scotch, $2. I love Scotch too. Hit about 9,000 hours on 3 of my X1Cs already. Damn, son. Okay, 2 things. What do you do with them? What plastic do you print mostly on them, like our PLA, ABS, PTG? And have you had to do any PMs on it, preventative maintenance, or replace any parts? Those are the 3 things I would love to know. Is what do you print? What do you print it out of? And how have the machines held up? And is it 9,000 hours combined? Or is it 9,000 total on 3 machines? So 9,000 each. What's a car title loan? The only car loans I've ever gotten is like I go into the dealership. I've bought 2 cars that I've had to get a car loan for. My old Ford and my new Subaru. And you just go into the dealership and you finance it through the dealership. So my Subaru is financed through Toyota Canada or whatever. Where you take a loan with your car as collateral. Oh, is that why I see people that do the impounding or the repo guys? I have main sale. Okay, so I gotta root mine then. Combined silk PLA for fun, dragons, and ABS for work. Bring about 3/4 for play, 1/4 for work. Okay. Oh, do you run like an Etsy store selling dragons? Is that what you do? I swear, there's so many people that make enough off of that, but it's not a market that like everyone could tap into. It's a finite market. The amount of times I see like posts on like 3D printing subreddits and discords where it's like, I just got an Ender 3, how do I start a business? It's like, good luck. You have to kind of like know something already. The parking violations in SF cost me close to 1,000 by the time I was done, but probably more scammy than. How did you rack up $1,000 in parking violations, John? How? I've gotten a parking ticket, it's like 80 bucks. That's the most parking ticket I've ever paid is 80 bucks. How are you racking up $1,000? Just don't park in somewhere you're not supposed to and pay the meter. Bet it's cheaper than 1,000 bucks. San Fran. I'm not from San Fran. That's on the other side of the continent from me, in another country. That's not a reference for me. Parking fee, towing fee, and... Okay, so you parked someone you weren't supposed to, and you got ticketed and towed. Okay. Is that front piece warping? I don't know. Maybe. Looks like it. It might be warping over in the little circular area. Yeah, we'll see how it goes. If it fails, it fails. We'll just it's got we got object exclude or exclude object. So oh, it's a for-profit towing company. Oh, okay, that's the scammy part then. Only maintenance I've done is just said rod loop. Okay, you're lucky. I've seen some pictures on the Bamboo subreddit of some machines with high hours, and the belts are like shredded on it. A lot of belt dust. Yeah, this does exclude object. And it's a really nice way of doing exclude object, because you can like pick it by name, or you can just, you know, exclude current object kind of thing. I can only see one. Like if I look down at it, I really only see one part warping. And it's hard to say because they might not be warping because the parts like have a little curve to them at the beginning. So it might not be warping, it could just be curling. So. Yeah, it could just be curling instead of warping. Looks like caramel pudding. Well, it's light. How does this work? This just goes in here. That doesn't go in there. Nope. Okay, that might not fit. Uh-oh. This might not fit. Shoot. Uh-oh. Come on out. Shoot. Come on. Uh-oh. Okay, maybe I should have sized this, scaled this or something. There we go. Oh no! I dropped it. Hopefully I didn't break it. Let's see if I can get this in there now. Oh, it's a stupid reset button. That's what it is. Oh, that's what it is. There we go. Okay, so you go in there like that. There you go. That goes like that. And then there we go. And then you just plug in a power cable. There you go, and then you just plug it in somewhere. So hopefully this works. Does this work? Get some power to it. Oh, that doesn't work. So is this connected to my home network? Let's find out. System info. Okay. So where's my ESP32s? Where are my ESP32s? There's one of them. That's 230. So which one is this? Which one is this? This is that one up there. So there's that one. Okay. So it's not that one. No, this one's not getting power. I don't like this case. Do I even have this programmed right? Is this programmed? I don't even know if this one's programmed. I'm just realizing this might not be programmed. Oh, there we go. Oh, you're on the home network. That's why. Okay, that's why. That one's why. Okay. That one's 230. Then what's this one? Also, my white balance went to shit again. I don't know why my white balance keeps going funky. Bring me back. Bring me back. There we go. There we go. Ah! Okay. So we know this one works. I really don't like this case. Okay, that works now. Okay, so that works. There we go. There we go. Okay, so the question is, where is the cable that I can use to power this? And I made a really shitty jumper cable for this, and I don't know where I put it. I'm hoping I didn't lose it, because it's kind of a hacked up cable already. Are you it? No. But I basically need to get one of these little shitty mini USBs and cut it open. And I think I already have one that I did that to, and I don't know where I put it. Or it might have been a micro USB. Yeah, so the plan is this is just gonna go and just kind of sit somewhere inside, and I'm just gonna, because I got VHB, I'm just gonna VHB it on, and that'll be that. So I just need to get 5 volts to it somehow, reliably. Steve, okay, have fun. Yeah, of course the combo is all over the place. What else would it be? We're at that point in the stream. Printer's printing. I'm gonna turn off auto white balance on my camera though. That's what I'm gonna do. Okay, so let's see here. So that, which button is it? Menu, is it this one? There we go, okay. So, creative style, flash comp, white balance. It is not set for auto white balance. It is set for a specific temperature. It is set for 4500 K. There is no auto white balance in this. I'm auto ISO'd. That's what it is. It's my ISO that's up. Okay, so let's turn right about. What do you think? 2000? Do you like this one? How's 2000? Set 2000. How's 2000 for ISO? How's this look? Oh, that's fixed. That's good. 2000's good. Yeah, we'll stick with this for the ISO. Now, hopefully, this means if I hold up a giant white object, I shouldn't get blown out anymore. Let me find something big and white. Shoot, do I have anything big and white? And keep your minds out of the gutter, class. This'll work. This'll work. This'll work. Okay. So hopefully, if this works, we shouldn't get all dark. Okay, we're good. It's blown out, you know, if the light hits it right, but we're not getting, you know, darkened. There we go. There we go. Okay, so now we got the ISO locked. I'm like, I know I have my white balance locked. It shouldn't be doing that, but I was on auto ISO. So that makes sense. White should not throw off the color or the exposure. It throws off the ISO. It's really weird because I keep hearing the fan on the power supply on that thing cut off, and it gets really quiet for a second. And I'm like, what the heck shut down? And it's like, oh, it's the power supply fan on the Creality. So what did you guys get up to? That's what she said. That's what she said. Okay. ISO is the film equivalent to film speed. Yeah, I don't know. What you do, you set it for A. That's the setting you use. You set it for A and you roll with it. Although, to be honest, I do have my the A6400 I use for videos actually is all locked off with specific settings. That way, I don't have to worry about footage not matching. We were picturing Tico input shaper calibration. Oh God. Hey, I got the Tico's powered up. It can print something. It can print something. We could tell the Tico to print at any moment. It's still good to go. Somewhat. So I'm gonna have to make an extension cable for this. So I'm gonna have to get a USB micro cable, cut it, get the power out of it, put that on a buck converter. Oh, so I'm gonna need one of those little LV, shoot, that's what I need to print. Printables. Buck converter. Let me go find out what buck converter I need. I'll be back in a second. Let me go grab one of my buck converters. I'm gonna have to print a case for it. Are you in here? So, buck converter. Sacrificial USB cable now. Sacrificial USB cable. That's not a USB cable. Power supply. 5 volt. Wow, I could just use a power supply, but I'm not going to. Sacrificial USB cable. Are you a sacrificial USB cable? No. Are you a sacrificial USB cable? No. Are you a sacrificial USB cable? Yes. Yes, you are. There we go. Guess who's back? Back again. I am back. Tell your friends. Where'd my music go? Music. I cannot hear the music. There's the music. Okay, so I got my sacrificial USB cable. Let me just make sure that it actually works. I think this is just a power USB cable too, so I got no problem cutting into it. Just want to make sure it actually powers this. It does, okay. So as you can see, we're good there. So if this were sitting right there, that's a plenty enough field of view. That's plenty enough field of view. We set it for like, yeah. So if this is sitting inside the enclosure, right about here, with the light on. There we go, with the light. That's plenty enough to tell you if you're making spaghetti. That's plenty enough. So, that's that. And then we also have this guy, an LM2596 DC to DC converter. So all I'm going to do is just solder on 2 wires and connect it right to the power supply and just pull 24 volts directly from the power supply on the back. This will attach on the back here, and I'll just run some wires underneath it or something. to the front right corner. I'll just drill a hole in the bottom or something, because there's no hole to run a wire out of there. Because I have this. So how much room do we have? Can this make it around? Oh God, I got tons of wire. Yeah, I got tons of wire. I can run that through the back there. Yeah, we're good, we're good. So this will go there. So I'm gonna need a case for this. So printables, what is this, an LM2596, LM2596. I think this goes down to 5 volts. LM2596. I think it goes down to 5 volts. Yeah, oh yeah, it goes down. You just turn the pot. You just turn the pot on it. You can adjust it. So there we go. So there we go. Download a little case for it. That'll work. Cool. There we go. That board, you should double check with the caliper. Oh, I'm gonna have to set the voltage anyway, so I'm gonna have to basically connect it all, put a multimeter on it, adjust the pot to get to 5 volts, and then pull, and then connect the rest of it, which shouldn't be too hard. So this will just sit right on the side here or something. I'll put a little link somewhere on it, pull 5 volts from it, and then I'll run the wire underneath, or through the inside, and then over across. So. It has been almost a year since the last Voron build. On my channel? Has it been that long? I mean, we've done Voron stuff. We rebuilt Tallboy. We rebuilt the LDO V2. We're gonna be doing some work on the Trident soon. We've done some Voron stuff. We haven't done a build because what else has come out new? Like I could build, like, I'm gonna be building another V2 at some point. Check Discord DM. Oh, that's nice. I gotta print that too. Download. Is that part of that? What is that? Oh, so you can turn it too. Nice. Okay. What is this part? PTFE clip. What is that for? No. Oh, when you have the extra PTFE out of the way, you can clip it onto that, I guess. That makes sense. Okay. So slate plate. Device. Cancel that. Print plate. That one. Send. There we go. Easy peasy. When was tap? A while ago? I don't know exactly when. Okay, let me check my DMs here. Oh, nice. Oh, I like those. Okay. I'm gonna get you some feedback because I'm not gonna say who, unless they don't care if I say who. But I'm not gonna go shout them out yet because, you know, I don't know if they want me to yet. But somebody's working on a logo for me. Obviously, you guys know I'm rebranding everything to Canuck Creator, and here's a little behind the scenes. Here's the current work in progress one. So that's the current work in progress one. So if you got any feedback or opinions, spam them in chat. Okay, Rose doesn't care if everyone knows that she's working on it. So shout out to Rose for working on that. The only downside is I can never change my beard. I'm stuck with the beard forever now, which I'm honestly not going to complain about. I like the beard. And yeah, the one part is warping. Looks older than I really are. I do look a little old here, but hear the lumberjack. Hey, I am okay. Yeah, it's right here. It's that little piece right there where the loop is warping up. Everything else seems okay. I probably should have cleaned that bed. That bed is probably not clean. Kind of looks like Mario. Mario doesn't have a beard though. It does look like a little, now that I'm looking at it, it does look a little Santa Clausy. It does look a little Santa Clausy. Like I don't think my face is that chubby. This makes my face look a little bit chubbier than I think I am. Like I'm not that chubby. You should have seen the first one made me look like a brawny man, and I'm like, okay, I can dig it, but I do not look like that. There's some, I mean, let's be honest, most of us are all middle-aged guys with beards and glasses. We all kind of look the same. I know people say I look like Joe Prusa, and I'm like, I don't see that. And people are like, oh, you look like Modbot. And I'm like, I don't really see that, but apparently I do. Garden gnome. Hey, on this channel, we hell dive. We are not dwarves. We're not mining asteroids. Look like Brian Vines. Who's Brian Vines? Oh, Brian Vines, yeah. Yeah, I know who that is. You look like insert generic white male content creator with a beard. The problem is with that, I am a generic white male content creator with a beard. Like, I look like this. This is how I look. What do you want me to do? I like the beard. I mean, it hides my shitty jawline. Let's be honest. Like, I could scare you with some pre-beard me pictures. If I don't even know if I have any. Well, I do. I could just pull up my old phone. Actually, no. Even the oldest picture of me that I have has facial hair, although nowhere near. Here's me with a snake. This is in properties. I don't even know. This is like 2014, I think. 2013, 2014. So this is like 10 years ago. 2015. That's 2015. I don't have a lot of pictures of just me. That's the problem. Yeah, those are like the oldest photos I have on this, well, on my server. Yeah, no, that is the least bearded picture I have, is that one. I mean, I do, but I'm not sharing them with you guys. Because one, they're on my Facebook, and I don't even use Facebook, so I have to like figure out what my login is. use man bun? No, I never did man bun. With the top knot. Oh God, no. Okay, first off, to do a top knot, you need hair. And yeah, this is getting thin quick. So there's not exactly enough to do a top knot, as you can see. So. So I need to solder on some wires here. So first we got to figure out where this got to go. So let me get some chunky wires here. Let's get some wires. Let's get some wires. Aha, this will do. Oh, look at that. Perfect. They already got a connector on them. Let me take a look here. See if there's any extra Prusa. Oh, quick release cables. Haha. There we go. We'll use the quick release cables that Prusa was gracious enough to give me. A little snipper snip. There we go. So you're gonna go right about there. So I'm gonna VHB you on right about there. You're gonna have to go there, so you're gonna go right about here. Connect the beard to the man bun. No. Why am I using my old snips? I got new ones. Okay, let's do some late night soldering, guys. Who's up for some late night soldering? I'm up for some late night soldering. Oh no. Oh no. I'm missing one of my... Oh no, shit. Oh no, 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 no. No, 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 no. There's the power supply. I am missing one of my little holders for that. Oh, here it is. Good. Woo! I don't want to lose that. Oh, I need my soldering iron. And my solder. Oh, don't crunch that. Okay, so you're going to go in here. You're going to go over here. You're gonna go in here. Fortunately, I can't plug it in because the power supply is there. So where's in? So I'm assuming in is the 24 volts. So. Take care, Rose. I need power for this. There we go. Steal power from the printer. I smell burning. Okay. Okay. Tin the wires. Bolt these, make it easier. Yeah, 2 power. Yeah, this has it's a splitter. It's got a Y splitter for the power, so that way you can plug in the LEDs and the power supply with one cable. Like personally, if I were to do it on my own, I would draw power from the power supply and tap that, drop that down, or use that. but I understand why they went this way. Because lest the questionable skill audience fiddles with mains, the better. So it would make sense that they did, like, they're using a whole power supply to power an LED instead of just, you know, tapping into the already here 24-volt power supply. But it makes sense. Oh wow, that went flying. Okay, so now tap in. You're hot. Okay, good. What time are we at anyways? Oh, we're past 11. Okay, after this I'm gonna end stream. So we're just gonna get this started up here. Okay, so in positive. In negative. There we go. Turn that off, unplug you, and plug my LEDs back in. Boop. On. There we go. So there we go. So now, that looks good there, in positive, there we go. So now I can tap into the power supply with 24 volt, drop that down to 5 volt, and take my USB cable here, cut the positive and negative out of it, solder that onto the other end, and run the cable all the way to wherever I gotta go. And then we'll have a camera for this, which will be nice so that I can monitor the print. It would be really nice, because I know you can import an IP cam into Prusa Connect. It would be really nice if you could do that with Prusa Link. I don't want to have to connect this to the cloud. How much crap are people hanging off that power supply? What, this power supply? There's nothing on it. Oh, are you guys worried about me tapping into the power supply? The ESP32 uses like nothing. It uses like no power. It sits. Oh, modders. I don't know. I mean, it's a Delta power supply. I'm sure there's enough overhead. It's a, what is it? How many amps is it? Or what's the wattage? It is a, what is it, 240 watt power supply? Yeah, it's 240 watts. 24 volt, 10 amp, 240 watts. Yeah, it's plenty. It's plenty enough to power that. I think we spec a 350 in switch wire. Yeah, there's no way the ESP32 will draw more than. What are we at for chamber temp, by the way? 31.8 degrees Celsius. It's gone up. Nice. Okay, let's do this giveaway. Let's do this giveaway so I can end stream, because I just realized how late we are. Wheel of names. Okay, so if you did not enter for your chance to win some awesome Polymaker filament, you will have another chance on Tuesday, because that's when the next stream is. What did I ask you guys? Oh, I asked you what's your favorite dessert or favorite ice cream. What did I ask? Ice cream? Ice cream, I think. I don't know. Or cheese. Somebody put cheesecake. I guess I asked dessert. I don't know. What was the question? Oh, favorite dessert. No, you guys are dumb. You guys are all dumb. I asked what your favorite desert was. I asked what your favorite desert was, not dessert. Dessert has 2 S's. Desert has 1 S. And I asked you what your favorite desert was. And y'all put tiramisu. Tiramisu ain't no desert I ever heard of. Did anyone get it right? Oh, okay, somebody got it right. Someone put, oh, Kalahari Desert. Okay, some of you know how to read. Everyone who knows how to read, give yourself a pat on the back, because most of you don't know how to read. I asked you what your favorite desert was. Even I forgot. I purposely put desert. And I'm like, I'm gonna trip somebody up. And then I forgot that I did that. Yeah, cheesecake, the cheesecake desert. The cheesecake desert. A lot of you guys love the cheesecake desert. Okay, I need a number between, I don't know, 4 and 20. Because that's the funny number. 4. Okay, great. Don't have to count high. 1, 2, 3, 4. Round and round she goes. Where she stops, I'll know before you know, because there's an 8-second delay. But congratulations to Ken Schaefer. Congratulations, Ken Schaefer. You do not know what a desert is. Congratulations, though. You have won yourself a spool of filament from Polymaker. You'll get an email from me after the stream ends with information on how to collect your filament from Polymaker. So congrats. So I'm going to move the camera over here, my little outro, so we can actually show off the thing that we built this stream. There we go. There we go. So, yeah, we're going to call it there. Probably tomorrow I'll work on, because I don't want to open it up right now, but I'm going to get the ESP32 cam installed in it. So that way we can monitor prints on here remotely. It'll be really nice. But yeah, shout out to Prusa for sending this over. So they sent this enclosure along with the Mark 3.5 upgrade kit and a Mark 3 for me to do the upgrade kit on, because I had modified it already. So huge shout out to Prusa for that. It's a Prusa. It just works. It's yeah, it's not for everyone. A million of you are going to tell me that a lax enclosure is better. Cool, I don't care. But you know, as far as this being an enclosure for a Prusa goes, it's a good enclosure for a Prusa. I like it. It'll be great on the shelf. I'm actually looking forward to the fact that I'll be able to actually print, you know, a good plastic on my Prusa instead of, you know, corn. So yeah, I'm happy. I'm happy. It was a good build. If you want to grab one of these yourself, I do have a link to Prusa. It is in my affiliate link somewhere down there. You can go find it if you want, or just, you know, just buy it yourself. I really don't care. But yeah, so huge shout out to Prusa for providing these for this build series. Also, shout out to Polymaker for the spool of filament we gave away this stream and every stream. Links for them and more in the video description. Affiliate links don't cost anything extra, go a long way supporting the channel. And lastly, shout out to everyone who donated to the channel, gifted memberships to others, or became members of the channel yourself. I thank you. I would not be able to do the things I do, create the content I create, without your continued support. You make it all possible. So we're gonna call it there. I'm gonna let this finish up overnight. I don't even know how long this print will take. How much time is on this print? I didn't even check how long. 26%. Oh, it'll be done at 10 a.m. Okay, so it's gonna print for a while. Okay, that's cool. Is the bamboo done? Oh no, it's doing the first layer check. So yeah, so we're gonna call it there. It's Saturday night. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Be safe out there. Wash your hands, and I will see you on Tuesday. And hopefully we'll have the Milo moving. So goodbye. Good night. Sleep well. Get some EPs in.